As you processed and gathered and held palms to welcome the Messiah, I would ask you not stop at this and just gather next Sunday, but instead celebrate the whole week, this week of Passion, this Holy Week. For just as you wave the palm, so gather on Thursday when the Lord puts on a towel and wipes the feet of his disciples in a dramatic gesture that links our sacrament with service and calls us to say, as you gather at this table to be fed, so make sure you are feeding others with your life, pouring out your life in service, care, concern, love for one another. And then on Friday, as Christ carried his cross, so we will adore the cross of Christ in a gesture of a simple wooden cross carried by those who will be confirmed in our parish. We'll put the cross here to stand in this blank space, this empty church, just the cross. And we're invited to come, adore, and say, it is by the wood of the cross that we have been redeemed. It is by Christ opening his arms that we are embraced. So come on that Friday afternoon to recall the gift, the promise, the price of salvation and love for all of us. And then on the great night of vigil, Saturday evening, when we gather here at 7:30, when the clouds are darkened and the evening descends, we will light a fire to remind us that Christ has dispelled the darkness of sin. And then with lighted candles, come into a darkened church, illuminate with the light of Christ, and celebrating with those who will be making their profession of faith in our church, we renew our own baptism. For it is a night of renewal, a night of hope, a night of remembering that out of that tomb came new life. And so out of death will come life for us. For we have also been buried in the water of baptism and raised to new life. So do not stop at this day, but gather with us on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to know the whole story of our salvation, of all the Easter glory. I would also invite you, as you leave at all the exits, you'll find a little box or a small table saying that these are invitations to join us on Holy Thursday. As you heard in the Passion, the disciples go to a place, the garden, Gethsemane, and there they pray for an hour. So we invite you to pray. After the Mass until 11:30, we'll gather in our hall where a small garden-like area is there to pray with the Blessed Sacrament, to pray with Christ, to watch and wait an hour. We invite you with a certain time, if you can, to make that, but any time after that Mass until 11:30. Consider that invitation. Take one with you, and then gather with us for that short time to pray with the Lord in the garden. Use this Holy Week as a time of renewal and a goodness to well up in your heart, a newness to begin again in your life.